Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the Crowdsourced challenge. Hope you all saw the announcement video from yesterday. I am Fevered RainbowDave, as you know, living in my little fever dream. It's time to spin the wheel of rules so that I can be brought back down to reality by hell breaking loose in Farm Sim. And the new rule is that I swear that's the same rule as I had yesterday. In fact, it is. I'm going to spin the wheel again. Apparently this isn't as random as I thought, because I swear that's the rule we had yesterday. The new rule actually is I must buy a new field every year. That's, yeah, actually not that difficult, and I'll tell you why when we're in game. So I'll see you there. Alrighty then. I'm apparently Ace Ventura. We're in game. We've got the pigs being fed. And it's Friday. Got to get down on Friday. That means we gotta buy 4 more pigs. So we have 4 pigs being bought. You might notice we're not using cheap money this time. It's because we sold some wool. So the plan for today's video is not cultivating. I'm just bringing this back up to the yard. That was a crash. Just bringing this back up to the yard because we're actually going to be in field 17 today. I want to... no, we're not. We're not going to be... No, we're not going to do what I had planned, actually. Never mind, I was going to plant some sugar beets, but I've just had that horrible moment of realization that no, I can't plant anything because everything would die. So I guess instead of doing that, I'll give you guys a quick update on what's been going on if you didn't catch the stream yesterday. Number 1, watch the video I put up with a huge announcement. That is ginormous for me. For the to answer a couple of questions that people have had, no, I won't be meeting Sim and VF over in Germany. They're going on apparently a different trip. They'll be flying back from Germany the day that I'm flying out. So they'll be on presumably the Giants channels for the week beforehand, and I'm completely clueless as to who I'll be with. It might be a bunch of Germans and me. So that's kind of weird and cool at the same time. And the second thing is we actually have manure down in almost all our fields. The only field we don't have manure down in is field 38, which I'm actually kind of tempted to put manure down in right now, but I did that in the previous episode, so we're going to do something a bit different today. I was going to seed, but yeah, I forgot about the soil temperature being a thing. So what we are actually going to do is we're going to drop this here. We're going to pick up the plow, and we're going to plow up field 15. Now the reason that I've dropped the... The reason that I've dropped the cultivator is I actually want to zip over here. I'm not going to zip, but I'm going to walk zip. Because I want the Fiat to... Oops. To pull back with the feed mixer. I will be wanting this again soon, so I'm just going to pop it into the manure pit real quick, just so that's out of the way. That's only a temporary arrangement. I will be picking it up again soon, and we're going to get the Fiat into field 1 on the cultivator. So field 1, I don't have a cultivation course set up. Apparently I cultivated this manually before. Field 1, 3 meters. I'm going to set it down to 2.5. Current position 6 headlands after the fact. And circle bypass because it tends to make things a bit easier. Oh, hey, that works the way that I thought it would. Cool. Cultivate. And we'll set this as field 1. Start at the first waypoint, and align with first waypoint activated, and off you go, sir. We, meanwhile, are heading out in the Ford, which does need a bit of a clean because I want to show you something. So let's just nudge the Bobcat out of the way. The reason I'm coming in here is that's because I've got the Karcher stored in here. Not going crazy and trying to maintain it, but you can see appearing from beneath the mud a beautiful pink ribbon. This is replacing me just turning tractors pink this year. It's a bit more understated and a bit more predictable. Let's clean the plough too, because that's less maintenance costs. Put that away. And we'll pull back out here. So there we go, beautiful pink ribbon on our Ford 8340. There should also be one on the Fiat, but it doesn't seem to have worked. I'll do some digging as to why that didn't work later. I'll also be watching some Shy Wizard videos tonight, because today is the day that I start trying to figure out how to put the hose mod and the grazing mod into the map. So today's the day that I start branching the map off in weird directions with edits. Now if I can get those two in fairly sharpish, I will do my own personal edit of something that I want to throw in. And I will call that good. Because there's one small thing I want to throw in to the main yard. It won't change the yard too much, but will just be something nice for me to look at. So let's get the ploughing started. And now I get to find out if I have any weird mods in that change how... Why did I do that? Change how fertilization levels work. Because... there should... Okay, it's only one stage, I'm done. That's actually really good, because the fields should be 2-stage. Only 1 stage. That's interesting. What about field 1? Field 1 is 2-stage because I'm... Okay. Oh, field 38 hasn't actually got any manure down yet. Okay. That now makes sense. Kind of. It vaguely makes some sense to me. So I will need to come in here again with just the fertilizer spreader and just put some pellet spreading on it. Before we cultivate. That's not going to be a big deal. And then every field will be on stage 2, which means I'll just need to spray them once. The only field that I want to try and get up to stage 3 is actually going to be field 17, because that I don't want to run over the sugar beets as much as I can. Avoid it. So when we do the sugar beet harvest, I will actually be going in with care wheels and stuff. Because field 17, I plan on seeding in, or planting with sugar beets for pig food, because I want to try and save money on that. So I haven't decided what's going to be planted where yet. I'm thinking this would be a cool cornfield to have, because then the two specialist pig crops will be basically side by side. You might have noticed, by the way, that I didn't do anything to the pigs as such. They do need to be cleaned out, and I'm not going to do it right now. The cows could do with a bit more food, but I'm not going to feed them right now. I'll do that in today's stream, or tomorrow's stream, depending on whether or not I want to do Forza, or even some Flight Sim. I'm kind of tempted to do some Flight Sim. For those of you interested in Flight Sim and specifically VAT Sim, which is Virtual Air Traffic Simulation. I do plan on actually going to VAT Sim and starting to use that. I'm just kind of waiting for the new codec to be fully released and out in the wild, because with the old codec, 90% of people with the old codec sound like they're talking through a trombone while playing the kazoo out of their ear ends. It just... I can't decipher VATSIM comms at all, so I'm waiting for new codec, which is a lot clearer, a lot more realistic. But it's not VATSIM because it doesn't sound like ass. According to some people. So for FSX, you will eventually get to see me flying about on VATSIM and doing some stuff there. Now the real question is, what on earth are we going to do in terms of crops in these fields? Field 17 I've set aside for sugar beets. That's just going to be permanent permaculture sugar beets, because that's the most convenient crop. By the way, if you're wondering how, if you've missed the stream and you're wondering how on earth I've suddenly got 60 grand, it's because I sold the wool. I kind of forgot that wool was hilariously OP, and the single most profitable animal to buy in Farm Sim was sheep, so SSRE, I hate you for the cow thing, but thank you very much for the 200 sheep that are just netting me millions. I made about 90,000 by selling off 3 pallets of wool during yesterday's stream, so yeah, can't argue with that. You might also notice that I'm throwing some stream archives up. I'm gonna try and put 2 up tonight, or tonight for me, last night for you guys, so you might have seen 2 stream archives going up at weird hours last night. That's just me trying to catch up to where I am with streams, and I'm gonna try and keep it so that I'm probably 4 or 5 days behind, so that I'm off in Germany, that I can throw up some stream archives or something. So for those of you that missed the announcement, ta-da, I'm going to Germany in November. I'll be a touch late on the FS19 content, unfortunately. Mainly because I'll be playing FS19 early with Giants. So, does that count as me being late or me being early? Well, that is a question. But yeah, that's the big secret I've been kind of hiding for the last week and a half, and I still... well, basically 2 weeks now. Yeah, that's what all the emails that I've been alluding to have been about, was me chatting to chatting to Giants after they invited me over, which is insane. In every meaning of the word, I can't for the life of me understand why they'd want me to come over. This field is actually a lot smaller than I kind of... well, it's a lot smaller than I anticipated, and it's ploughing a lot faster than I anticipated, which is good. It's good. It's good. It's not a complaint. This is a good thing. Especially seeing as the Ford looks so good on the plough. So good, especially with the little ribbon right beside the Ford logo. Which I've just realised I could have just turned the Ford to pink. I may still do that. That'd be kind of cool. Just change the Ford and the, if I can, the roof to pink. Kind of tastefully doing it, you know? Unfortunately, we're in the kind of boring part of seasons, I guess, where we are just kind of doing all the groundwork. That's going to be this way for a little while, because we do need to get all the fields planted. We do need to get this field ploughed up. The rest of them are already ploughed from the autumn, so that's perfectly fine. All the fields need to be cultivated, all the fields need to be seeded, all the fields need to be fertilized. Especially this field and field 38 will need another go over. Field 17 should be on 2-step. Yeah, field 17 is on step 2. Field 15 here is on step 1, so I'm going to give this another go over with pellet fertilizer. I could do more manure. I still have plenty of manure from the cows, but I'm feeling like you guys don't want to see me spraying manure in another stream or something, like anytime soon. So I'm going to just let that build up, and the hope is to get something like a Juskin Tornado for next spring. Now I do need to, and I should, fulfill the new field for the year rule, shouldn't I? Because early spring is the perfect time to buy a new field. I know we bought field 15 recently, but that wasn't on camera. So let's see about field 18 here. The buy point should be where the hell? It says it's like right here. Is that that's a buy point for a different field? Where's the point for field 18? I'm going to forego the speed rule, the walking speed rule, because now I'm confused, and I'm just going to zip around until I find it. There it is. It's not appearing on the map. That's really odd. So let's buy this field for 19,000, and we'll get in there with some fertilizer later on. Back into the Ford we go. So this map is going to fill out fairly quickly, especially with the amount of money I'm making, and the fact that I'm able to buy more fields means good things and good things only. Actually, I'm going to zip again. Just to get this done. Where is it? How much is this field? 40,000. Ah! Short. Where's another grass field that I could use? Field 8, 14, 36, 35. We'll keep to what we have for now, and probably sell off some more wool very soon to get the remaining 8,000 we need. Because the sheep are just throwing out tons of wool. We have 208 sheep. We've had some sheep be born. We've got 8 extra sheep now. I've just noticed that. So the sheep are breeding. How quickly do they breed? Sheep. Next animal in 48 minutes. So we're getting a new sheep every 4 hours. We're getting new cows every new pigs every 106 because we've got so few. So that's really good. We can actually start selling some sheep if I really want to, and the temptation is there just for kind of saving grass and hay reasons. The temptation is not there, however, for getting lots and lots of wool reasons, because the more sheep we have, the more wool we'll create. And the more wool we create, the more money we get in the end. So it's maybe beneficial for me to not sell the sheep and to just keep them reproducing at insane rates, which are only going to get faster. And maybe, like, if it gets to the point where I literally can't keep up with the sheep, then I'll probably start selling some. By the way, the Profi Hopper is not going to be able to keep up with the sheep, nor is the yeah, neither of the mowers I have are going to be able to keep up with the sheep. So I will start mowing the sheep paddock. Well, no, I won't have to because I've got the grazing mod in. Never mind. I may need to mow the sheep and cow paddocks to get hay made, which would be cheaty, I know, but there's no specific rule against it just yet. I don't think. So that might be something I end up doing just for convenience sake. definitely something I need to think about doing is getting maybe not a bigger forage wagon, but maybe getting bigger mowing setup. That could be something I do right now. We're in spring, we are in prime period for upgrading equipment. So that might be something I do. We've got enough hours on this Ford that if I really want to, I could replace it with something a bit more bigger and powerfuler. I don't really want to change tractors just yet. Maybe next spring, yes, but right now, no. Honestly, the only one that I'd want to get rid of would be the Fiat. That I feel, as nice as it is a bit... It's a bit weak. It's not powerful enough for most of the equipment that I'll want to be using. So that's kind of my big limitation now, is the Fiat. I'm going to look into getting... Do I have it active at the moment? I'm going to look into getting... If it's active, please tell me it's active. I don't have it active. Why do I not have it active? There's a class in my mods folder that I want to get. Class Ariane 600, which I believe is about 200 horsepower, which is below the 250 horsepower limit I've arbitrarily placed on this series. Because I find having horsepower limits is kind of fun. Makes you think about equipment sizes and it kind of forces you down. It forces you down a road without necessarily forcing you, like, because the equipment is small, it's not gonna be... Because the tractors aren't powerful, I won't be able to use, you know, super huge equipment. But on the flip side, because the tractors are small, there's stuff that you might realistically see in Ireland on a daily basis. Like, with the exception of the Fiat, I see 8340s quite frequently. I see not 7430s but 6930s from that series of tractors, that kind of era, very frequently. And I do see the odd 74, never a 75 though. So I'm not gonna, you know, there's no complaints that I could have. The only other thing I'd want to change is actually the combine, because I want to get the Neva, but that'll be a downgrade, so I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. But I do want the Neva. I'll put it out there. I want the Neva. It's my baby. It's my favorite combine. I want it, but I think just for sanity's sake, I'm gonna keep to the class. I might swap the class for the New Holland from the Modern Classics pack. Which, granted, it's about the same size and very similar, but it just, I don't know, I kind of find it looks nicer. It's just a kind of a looks thing. That it'd be kind of cool. And I'm thinking, I already said I want to get rid of the Fiat to swap it out for a class, because I see class a lot more than I see Fiat. I actually see Arians, class Ariane 600s specifically. I never see Fiats, so I'm kind of going for stuff that I have seen, or I do see fairly regularly. Here comes the train. Train's back there, Dave. There it is. Let's get a thumbnail real quick. Because it's super easy to take thumbnails on this map. Let's go for this angle and print screen. There we go. By the way, for those of you that didn't know this and are on PC, I just need to bring this up real quick to make sure that, yeah. For those of you that didn't know this and are on PC, if you press print screen, you get screenshots into the Farm Sim folder. So for those of you that are using a Giants digital copy of the game or a disc copy, you can get screenshots onto your PC super easy without having to paste it into Microsoft Paint or something. Apologies if you can hear laughter and stuff in the background. I think they're annoying the cat downstairs. But we're actually out of time for today. I've just noticed. I'll finish this in the stream. And we should be good. Got a lot of work left to do, but it's all going to be fairly easy work. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 Crowdsourced Challenge on Shamrock Valley. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, leave your comments in the little boxy down below. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.